Welcome to Jank Play TCG. My name's Landon, and here we play Jank. So I'm playing the long poison deck. We've had a pretty good run with it so far, up against Iono VStar, and that's about it on camera, that is. But I've really been enjoying the deck. I think it's got something a little bit special to it, and I think it might just be the fact that I enjoy this type of gameplay of kind of like presenting my opponent a board and being like, how do you deal with this? And that type of game, rather than just, I hit big, you hit big, I hit big, you hit big, like going back and forth. I prefer the slower take, the, you know, more thoughtful gameplay and all that stuff. So maybe that's it. I don't know. Maybe I'm just weird. Also, probably true. Alright, so we start with two Glimmets. Nothing else really going on. We are going first, which means this Iono on our second turn might be a little useful. But we'll see. Our opponent just puts down one Pokemon. That's generally the rule to follow. Ooh, we do get Glimmora. Fascinating stuff. Oh, and we'll end our turn. Our opponent started Hisuian Zoroark, so they're weak to fighting, but that won't matter because we aren't really going to be dealing damage that way. So, yeah. They are playing special energy, though. So that means Temple of Sinnoh is active. We gotta get it out first. But that's gonna slow them down a little bit. Make them put a little bit more onto their Pokemon than they may normally want. Is that Lumineon? Ooh, Lumineon hits the field. Now with 170, it actually creates a kind of awkward situation for us where it takes just that one extra turn to get a KO, you know? Hisuian Sneasler does not really change how fast we KO Lumineon, so that's kind of too bad. They get Gapejaw Bog down, which does damage Pokemon as they enter play. I'm not too concerned about, but it is how they power up the Hisuian Zoroark VStar that they're clearly going to want to get out onto the field. And they got Gengar damaged on the bench. You know, this is kind of your classic Hisuian Zoroark deck. Dealing 10 damage, they're going to retreat to the bench. I don't know who into. Could be Gengar, but 2 retreat costs. Assuming it's Gengar. All right. So we get a Super Rod, which does not matter to us. We're going to play down our Glimmora of Fighting Energy and Iono. That's going to give them 2 extra cards, but that's okay. You know, it's not the greatest, but it's okay. We get Bidoof, and we get a Nest Ball. So I do want to play down the Bidoof, right? Now, that Gengar's got 90 HP remaining, which means Hisuian Sneasler is not going to end up in a... our Hisuian Sneasler is prized. So I'm going to grab Skwovet here. This is not great news for us. We're going to go ahead and poison them. It's not like Hisuian Sneasler was a difference between a KO and not a KO with this Gengar in particular, but it wouldn't have hurt. Well, it would have hurt them more, you know. Damage pump. They're going to move some damage counters around onto the Lumineon and onto the Hisuian Zoroark. Okay, that's interesting, but okay. Hisuian Zoroark, do they have the V-Star? With that Ultra Ball, they do have the V-Star. So it'll be interesting whether or not they get if we flip heads or tails on Shattering Crystal. This will be the first Glimmora to be KO'd on camera on the channel. So that'll be exciting. Our first Shattering Crystal coin flip. Will it be heads? Will it be tails? It doesn't really matter, though, either way. Okay, oh, it's only been 1. Okay, it felt like 2 for some reason. They do have those gold Hisuian Zoroarks and a gold Ultra Ball. Maybe this person's been playing for a while. Maybe they haven't. I don't know. The water energy is interesting. Maybe they play the Melanie to recover energy from the discard to work around Temple of Sinnoh. Maybe. Possibly. I don't know. They do judge us, which our hand wasn't looking great, so that's fine. We get an Ultra Ball and a Bruno. Right now, I'm kind of leaning towards Ultra Ball going for Bibarel. And Ooh, first coin flip. Let's see. What do we get? We get heads. Beautiful. Awesome. That's what I like to see there. They do not get a prize for that. Fantastic. We'll put Glimmet into the active. What do we get? What do we get? Another Ultra Ball. So I will Ultra Ball the Ultra Ball and the Basic Energy away, just in case they plan on going after, what am I trying to say? Our Bibarel will have another Bidoof. That's my thought process. Bruno for 7 new cards. We get Glimmora. We get a Heavy Ball, which I think we have a Glimmet in there. So let's go ahead and grab that. We do have Radiant Hisuian Sneasler, but no, I can grab this and I can go for the other. Yeah, I think that's the better play. So it's Ultra Ball, 1, 2, right? We'll grab Glimmet. I know it's going to take damage, but that's okay too. It's going to be down to half health, but, you know, it's not like it's really hard to KO anyways. Alright. Okay. I was wondering why Bibarel wasn't glowing, but it's fine. We can still use its ability. Nest Ball. I don't really have anything to grab. I could grab Rotom, but that just opens up a 2-prizer. I'm not ready to pull that trigger right now. I am ready to Super Rod. 1, 2, 3. Back into the deck. Then I can Nest Ball one of the Glimmets out, like so. Then I can Gutsy Pickaxe, so if I have fighting energy, I don't. But if I did, that would have been pretty sweet, right? How many supporters do I have in the discard? 1, 2, 3. I want to get Boss, and I'm going to get Bruno back, because I think those are going to be the two to matter in this matchup. And we're looking pretty good right now. So we're going to go in Poison. They've got 260 HP. I think that is, yeah, not exactly fast enough for us. They will be KO'd going back into my turn, but not until after their, not this turn, but their next turn. So that's kind of too bad. There's the Melanie I was talking about, which allows them to retreat into that Hisuian Zoroark, and then Temple of Sinnoh won't really matter at that point. But it's still good to play Temple of Sinnoh to disrupt this double turbo energy, you know? Do they retreat? That's my main question here. I would love it if they don't. They don't. Okay. Shattering Crystal. Second flip. What do we get? Tails. So they get a prize finally. That's fine. That's fine. Not great, but that's fine. They will also take 80 more damage, which is pretty good. Glimmet into the active. 80 more damage. Really hoping we can get Temple of Sinnoh at some point here. Gutsy Pickaxe, Nest Ball for a Rotom. I like where this is going. Fighting Energy, Bruno for 7 more cards. Thank you very much. Temple of Sinnoh, awesome. Another Glimmora, we'll play that down. A Super Rod to recover. Oh boy, this is awesome. This is just working so well. And we will go ahead and use Rotom to instant charge, I think. Yeah, we're going to instant charge. Because we want that boss still in our hand so that we can chase down this Hisuian Zoroark if we want. I don't want to just yet. That's going to be a later play. I'm fine if they retreat. They do have to attach another energy or get Temple of Sinnoh out of the field somehow. Because that is turning it in their double turbo into a single colorless. So it's requiring them to put in more resources to retreat, which means they're not putting resources elsewhere. But, you know, that's kind of how this game's going right now. It is the correct play to attach the extra resource to retreat. And wait till they get a Sharon's Care. And unless they already have the Sharon's Care. But if they don't have any way to get out of the active, that's going to be 2 prizes. And we get to poison whatever they put into the active. Which is pretty big if they don't do that. That's pretty big for us. That is huge, actually. We'll get 2 prizes from this. We do get Hisuian Heavy Ball. We can get that other Glimmet, which is pretty cool. I'm going to use that to get the Glimmet, even if I'm not going to play it down this turn, because I want that option in the deck. I don't want Hisuian Heavy Ball to be shuffled away into the deck, and then I'm struggling to get a Glimmet, if that makes sense. So I'm going to grab it, and that way a Nest Ball can bring out later, or I can just play it down. But yeah, I wonder what they're going to put in the active. Lumineon is now a pretty good way to get 2 prizes as well, because they had to put damage on it to make Hisuian Zoroark stronger, although they really didn't. 130 is not that hard. But that means that 2 Pokemon checkups and that thing's KO'd, which is pretty sweet. So, no board interaction. That's weird. But our opponent is choosing a new active, so just kind of waiting on that. Lumineon, if they actually chose that. I'm starting to wonder if they are actually there. I don't think that's that strange to wonder. So let's go ahead, Hisuian Heavy Ball for Glimmet. What are our other 3? Temple, Iono, Pickaxe. Beautiful. Beautiful prizes. And we will Poison Petals. Yes. Yeah, that's nice. That's real nice. It is my opponent's turn. Can they do anything? Are they going to do anything? What is going on here? Who knows? Maybe they already quit. Lots of people do quit against this type of deck. They're not a big... Some people just aren't a fan of a poison deck, a slower game. Some people don't really like that. You know, some people prefer Yu-Gi-Oh! Some people prefer a slow game. I don't know, Monopoly, Catan, a board game. You know, board games are often much bigger. But if you're playing Monopoly, you're playing board games wrong. And I guess they were inactive for too long, and we get the victory. I don't know if it is possible that was caused by the Temple of Sinnoh bug, but what I've seen of Temple of Sinnoh being bugged is not the opponent freezing, but them themselves freezing. They would play, and then they couldn't play any cards for the rest of the turn. So I don't really know what's going on. I hope that wasn't due to the bug. I'm wondering if it was due to them quitting, sort of thing. So, who knows? But thank you to my opponent for giving me such an awesome match. I was real worried about the Hisuian Zoroark, but we saw our first heads with Shattering Crystal, which was freaking cool, and a lot of people don't like that, but I do. I think that is fantastic. I think it's what makes this Pokemon playable. If it didn't have that, it wouldn't be very playable. I've tried with the Hisuian Quailfish evolution. Whatever it's called, I don't remember. But thank you so much for watching. Go and like this video. Subscribe to the channel so you don't miss out on the rest of the week stuff. Let's see, tomorrow is an informational video. I haven't really decided on what it is. I have a feeling what it is. It might be related to a community post that I made, but I haven't decided that is for sure what it is, right? So, yeah. Join the Discord. Yeah, join the Discord. That's the next thing I promote. The Discord. Just to hang out, see some deck lists, chat to some cool people, that kind of stuff. And until next time, keep playing Jank.